In the summer of 2017, I spent a month traveling and studying around India. It was unlike any place I'd ever been, and the culture shock was real. On top of it all, I had to do it with 10 strangers. This is us. Wait, this is us. It didn't take long for us to bond as a family. We all have incredibly different personalities, yet we connected like no other. We were 10 kids roaming around India, ready to explore and adventure in ancient temples, the busy streets of Mumbai, mountaintops in Pune, and the shopping districts of Bangalore. But more on that later. I got to do all of this with the best group of people I could ever ask for. This was my family for the month. These are my people, my human beings. Or as I like to call them, my beans. And this is me, the morning I flew out. Although anxious and unsure of the future, I was ready. Let's get started on this adventure. This was the beginning of a trip of a lifetime. This is our story, and this is our adventure. Our first stop on our journey across India was to the wonderful city of Mumbai. What museum are we at, PV?
We are at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Memorial Museum.
We're on a boat. We were all quick to fall in love with this beautiful country, its people, and of course the hundreds of animals that were seemingly everywhere. Before going to India, we were told the food would be incredible, and we were not disappointed. At the end of our time in Mumbai, we hopped on a train and headed to Pune. The first stop was an exploration of an 18th century palace. Sagar, what's on our heads?
Feta, like Greek feta, but feta. It's a fashion statement. It's a look.
We then headed to the beautiful and colorful marketplaces for a quick look around and some fresh coconut water.
Oh.
One of the highlights of the trip was going up in the mountains of Pune to tour an old fort. The food we ate on this mountain was some of the best we had the entire trip. It was here that I first tried Indian masala chai and quickly fell in love. It's so good. After our short time in Pune, we took our flight to Bangalore. We took time here to celebrate the completion of one of our classes. We were lucky enough to be invited to learn how to prepare a traditional Indian home-cooked meal. Our time here was short-lived, but we were excited to head off to the pink city of Jaipur. The first stop here, elephant rides up to the Amber Fort. We're literally on an elephant right now. The fort was like a maze, and we all got lost, but eventually we found ourselves looking out at some spectacular views. From there, we went to a handicraft emporium where we got to see artisans weave carpet and block print textiles. The next day, we made more animal friends with some camels who were kind enough to give us rides around a small farm. Jaipur tired us out, but thankfully we had a long bus journey to Agra for a chance to rest. It was time for what we had all been waiting for, visiting the Taj Mahal. It was no doubt my favorite part of the trip.
It's really so beautiful.
Still reeling with excitement from seeing one of the most famous buildings in the world, we headed to the Red Fort for another view of the Taj. After our day in Agra, we headed north up to Delhi. We were greeted by one of India's infamous monsoons. We then got to see the Qutub Minar Tower and take a rickshaw ride through the old city of Delhi. We shared some food and we took in the sights and sounds of the colorful old marketplace. Before we knew it, our time in India was coming to an end.
leaving?
Window पे की
We made so many memories together, from learning about a new culture to making new friends, and of course our daily shenanigans. I cannot thank my little family of weirdos enough for such an incredible journey. And that's our story. That's our adventure. We love you, India, and we'll be back.